What is up, guys? Welcome back to Mad DIY. It's your boy Dave, and today we're going to discuss the 2017 FlashForge Finder versus the 2018 FlashForge Finder. So we're going to cover a couple things here and see what the difference is. Let's get started. So let's start off with the on feature. This is the 2017 model. Of course, it has that normal startup routine. You like that? Mad DIY guy. Be yourself. But as the system powers up on the 2017, you'll get this sound tone. Boom. Now let's go ahead and check out the 2018. Now you still get the dun 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 dun, but it starts off with that. It almost sounds like an error code. I was like, the first time I used it, I was like, what's going on here? Other than that, all the features and everything looks consistent with the 2017 models. The looks, everything. One little thing I did notice right off the back when I took it out the box, I noticed that this one here has a bottom plate there that can actually be unscrewed versus the 2017 models. They do not have that plate. Also, if you look at the back there, there's no device there that actually spins to catch it when it lowers. It kind of rests onto the adjustment of the bottom plate. Here, there actually is a locking mechanism that's right there that actually catches it once it hits the bottom. Doesn't really tap it. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it helps increase the print speed going up and down or whatever. I don't know. But that's another difference that I did notice. Something else, the light bar for the FlashForge. You can change these colors. I got a video there. I'll try to remember to link to that in the description. You can actually change the default color, which is the blue. The 2018 model, the default light color is white. Also, the big difference is the light bar is here at the very top of the 2017 models. I'll kind of see if I can get a glimpse of that for you. Versus the 2018, the light mechanism is actually right underneath the extruder, shines directly onto your print. Let's take a close-up of that. Now, I'm pretty positive you can change the light color the same exact way how you change it on the 2017. I haven't toyed with it. I never put the white color on the prints, but I actually kind of appreciate it. You can actually see if there's any defects or anything like that. So I just left it for now. It's kind of like being under the dental chair or something like that, operation table, getting the light shined on your creation. So I just kept it that way. And I think it's pretty cool that it's actually under the extruder. I didn't like it at first, but it's cool. No problem with it. Not bad. Something else with the two models. This one is slightly smaller. You're not gonna lose your build plate volume or anything like that, but to a certain degree, it is a little bit smaller. If I put them side by side, the only reason I have this big gap here, I'm gonna explain that here in a second. I don't need it. I'm actually gonna pop another one right here. I had some issues with the printouts, and I thought maybe it was because of the table that I have it on. It kind of shakes and wobbles a little bit, and I thought it was affecting the prints on the 2018 model, but that wasn't the case. But another difference at their side by side, this one is slightly smaller. I don't really like that it's so much smaller. All the FlashForge are like that. I use it for the filament that comes with the printer. Everyone gets a white spool, like a starter spool. But other than that, I don't use it. I kind of just wire mine like this up against a pegboard. Or you can get these devices, they're real cheap. And these are great. They're actually cheaper than this one here. It's more solid, but this one here is easier to slap it on. You're trying to change out a print. I just simply lift it up, pop the new one on, slide it back down. It's good to go. So I use those for all of the printers, and it works out great. You can create some type of device like this in your setup, or you can just get the spool that goes across like a shower pole and put them up there. It's whatever you prefer. So we talked about the size difference. We talked about the sound. So let's talk about some of the features. In the menu, when you get ready to build out your print, there's a new option. It's Polar Cloud. You don't have that on the 2017 model. And with Polar Cloud, Polar 3D is a technology company delivering software, products, and content to educate and enable the world for making through the Polar Cloud. So it gives you full control and access. For folks that are like me, you're always on the run, you're always on the go, and if you got a live feed set up to your printer, you can actually monitor the status. You can set up a pause, or you can stop the print, or if something's going on, you can actually turn it off. So it gives you full control from the cloud to the cloud. Also, it allows you to take the decision for slicing, settings, and printer choices out of hand of novice users. So you can also take for-profit jobs from other members if you have a machine that's sitting, that's just idle. It's not the case for me, that's why I got 4. It's actually not enough. I need about 8 to stay consistent with what I'm doing. So I have more on the way as well. And I'm also going to get that large format printer I've been talking about. So it gives you that option as well. So if you have a printer that's idle, you can take some side jobs. You can put everything out on the cloud and send it out to you, and whatever your price is, it's a cool feature. It really is a cool feature. Lastly, 3D printing can be a slow process. Q allows you to take a swarm of objects that need to be printed and best allocate them to the machine. So if you have like 40 different prints, you can go ahead and set up your queue. Let's go ahead and do this one first. So it gives you that management, and you can set up some form of consistency to make your prints come out the way they need to be. So I always have to time things. It's like, okay, well, if I'm going to sleep, I want to start that 16-hour print. You don't want to do the 16-hour print while you got time to knock out the 30-minute prints, the hour prints, to get those out to your customers or whatever you need. So with this here, with the Polar Cloud, it's definitely an excellent feature and something to look into as far as the 2018 model. Internal hard drive space on the 2017 versus the 2018, that is the same size. It's a lot of space. I mean, these things contain a lot of prints. So I mean, that's plenty. You get the 6,825 megabytes that's internal to all FlashForge Finders, and it's plenty. It works out great. Comes with all the essentials that you need. If you got a printer jam, you can stick your little tube down the extruder, unjam it. It comes with all that good stuff. You get your tube, you get your grease, you get your K-stick, disappearing purple glue. This stuff lasts a long time, goes on purple, comes out clear. The bottom of your prints, of course, you always want to wipe them off because it's going to turn purple if someone gets the print and decides to get it wet for some reason. So you want to just go ahead and wipe that off. It comes off really easy. But it comes with that as well, and you get your manuals and all that stuff. The only thing that this didn't come with, and the only reason I know is because this was my second one, my second 2018 model. I actually sent the first one back because I thought I had some problems. I'm going to cover that, and it goes as far as the print and why I moved this away as well. But I did send one back and I got it. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to have 2 defective ones back to back. But anyway, I thought they forgot to put the thumb drive in there. You do not get the thumb drive like you get in the 2017 models. They do not do that with the 2018. No thumb drive. And the reason being is you're supposed to go ahead and connect that to Wi-Fi. So the 2018 model, no thumb drive. If you want to use the thumb drive, you can go ahead and just plug anyone in there, and you can still transfer your files that same exact way. That's not going to be a problem. But just to let you know, it does not come with that. You have to connect it to the Wi-Fi, which is not that bad, honestly. I still use the thumb drives. I will have a video coming up to show you how to quickly connect your system to the Wi-Fi. It's not bad, it works. But a lot of times that connection will fail, and you have to power this down and turn it back on. Same way if you had a bad router in your house, you got to kind of restart it. So in between prints, sometimes you do have to power it off, turn it back on to get it reconnected to the Wi-Fi, which where that Polar Cloud comes in, you can actually control that and don't have to be at your printer anytime. I still like to be at the printer when it starts, and those that know is the main reason that extruder will drip, and I like to just simply remove that first strip so it doesn't distort that print job that's coming out. And even though there's so much more cool little things here and there, and the average beginner won't really care about that, I try to keep things simple here on this channel. The one thing I will say about the 2018, it's not like the 2017 when you just take it out the box and you level the tray. Even using that little cheat file that I provided in previous videos, the best way to level your FlashForge Finder is actually not with the built-in menus. It's you start off using the built-in menus, but you want to use this manual file so you can kind of cheat and level it, because the FlashForge Finder doesn't really know it. It starts you on the left, then you go to the right, and you go to the back. So what happens is the left ends up always being up higher, and your prints don't come out as smooth. Unlike all my other FlashForge Finders of 2017, when the 2018 comes out the box, it's still, as you can see on here, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. So you got to play around with that. You got to toy around with your settings a little bit more, internal settings, mainly from the software perspective, not the actual hardware. It is going to be software based. So what I've learned is you want to create 2 separate files. Actually, I'm taking credit for it. My wife decided on that. Create 2 separate files. So if I have a shell, I want to label that shell 2017. So when I send it to the 2017 printers, it'll grab those software settings versus going to the 2018 model and it'll come out rough. I send the 2018 file with the different software settings for it to interact with the actual hardware. From the 2018 model, you do have to toy around more with the software settings, but once you get it, simply save that configuration under that respective model and you'll be good to go. And that's why I created that big gap here. I thought for some reason, like, check out this print here, it's kind of shaky or whatever. I thought it was shaking this one and making this print job distorted because sometimes this printer would be wobbling like this, and I was like, well, let me create a little distance there. Maybe I got to get a little sturdier build here, but it works out, and that wasn't the case. So you got to toy around with that software. That was one of the things. Other folks have had issues with the newer software that's on the 2018. A lot of folks do the rollback to the 2017 software that's built into the system. You can do that, but I haven't had that issue. Normally the issue consists of you're doing a large print, 10, 12 hours. It could be a little bit shorter, but what would happen is that screen would just go black and you basically have to start your print job all over, or it would just stay like in a pending status during the middle of a print. So you get to like 8 hours and then you're not going any further. The 2018 models in the very beginning were known to do that. And I know we're almost near the end of the year, but the 2018 models were just recently released not too long ago. And I think they kind of rushed it out there. I think along the way they did do some tweaks and they fixed it up, which is a good thing. I haven't had that issue on the other 2018 model. I haven't had that issue here. The only thing I had was the rocky start where the prints aren't as smooth as they normally are out the box after everything is leveled. And that's probably the only downer. But other than that, your boy's a FlashForge guy. I do have some other printers. I'm going to try some other ones. You never know. I started with the Monoprice. Now I'm on FlashForge. Got a couple more FlashForges. That's a tongue twister. A couple more FlashForges coming, and also I'm going to get me a large format printer as well. So at any rate, there you have it. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm so sorry for the delay between videos. Your boy's been busy. I mean, I'm averaging about 3 or 4 hours a day with the other businesses that I run, and with this, it kind of, you know, took off in a different direction that I didn't really think it was going to do. I do this for fun, but you know, if you can make money when you're doing something for fun, why not do it? But I want to thank you guys. We just grew over 400 subscribers. I think a few videos ago, I just did a giveaway for hitting 300 subscribers. We're growing. We're growing. So the next video, I'm going to do a very nice giveaway for you guys. You make sure you stay tuned in for that. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Got a lot of cool things coming your way. I appreciate you guys. It's your boy Dave, Mad DIY guy, signing out till next time. Peace.